Trump hints UK might escape US trade tariffs because issues can be worked out in sign of hope for Starmer. Donald Trump has hinted that the UK might be spared US tariffs in a sign of hope for Keir Starmer. The US president fueled fears of a global trade war as he confirmed he will be imposing levies on the EU. However, he suggested that while Britain is out of line, he believes that can be worked out with the PM. Mr. Trump has already hit out at Mexico, Canada, and China, demanding concessions on areas such as immigration as well as trade. Despite the more positive noises about the UK, the FTSE 100 plunged over 100 points in early trading on alarm about the wider impact. Asked about the prospect of tariffs by the BBC overnight, Mr. Trump said, "UK is out of line, but I'm sure that I think that one can be worked out." Mr. Trump said his discussions with Sir Keir so far have been very nice, adding, "We've had a couple of meetings. We've had numerous phone calls. We're getting along very well." In contrast, the president said tariffs will definitely be placed on goods from the EU, describing the US trade deficit with the bloc as an atrocity that means they take almost nothing and we take everything from them. UK ministers have previously suggested the UK could avoid US tariffs because America does not have a deficit with Britain on trade in goods. EU officials are thought to have already drawn up contingency plans for retaliating to US tariffs. Sir Keir was cautious when asked about Mr. Trump's actions yesterday, telling reporters it is early days. "What I want to see is strong trading relations," the PM added. "In the discussions that I have had with President Trump, that is what we have centered on, a strong trading relationship." Mr. Trump has announced he will impose 25% trade taxes on goods coming from America's nearest neighbors and largest trade partners, Canada and Mexico, as well as a 10% levy on Chinese goods. All three nations have vowed to respond in kind to the U.S. president's actions, sparking fears of a global trade war. The UK's blue chip share index fell 105.8 points to 8,568.2, a drop of 1.2%. Soon trading began at 8 a.m. Mr. Trump's comments are likely to overshadow Sir Keir's visit to Brussels today, where he is continuing efforts to reset relations with the bloc. Sir Keir will urge EU countries to shoulder more of the burden of aid for Ukraine at the meeting in Belgium. He will call on them to follow UK and US sanctions on Russia's faltering economy and praise Mr. Trump's threat of further restrictions, which he will claim has rattled President Putin. The defense-focused visit will also see Sir Keir meet NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte at the alliance's headquarters. They could discuss Mr. Trump's insistence he wants to annex Greenland, currently the territory of NATO ally Denmark, and make Canada the 51st state of America. "I'm here to work with our European partners on keeping up the pressure, targeting the energy revenues and the companies supplying his missile factories to crush Putin's war machine," Sir Keir said. "Because ultimately, alongside our military support, that is what will bring peace closer." The Conservatives have set the Prime Minister 5 tests over his approach to Brexit, and claim that if he fails to meet them it will prove he is willing to undo the settlement the Tories reached while in power. Among the commitments the Tories have demanded are for the UK to have continued freedoms over negotiating trade deals and control of its borders outside the single market.